Hi, everybody. Welcome to Castor'sCorner.com. I'm your host, Khalil. We're happy to have you guys back again tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed last night's video looking at the new Disney Plus wave as Marvel Legends, as well as checking out the full gallery on Castor'sCorner.com. I think it's like 55, 53 pictures, close-ups of everybody, so you can get a good look at the line or the wave. Remember to follow us. We are at Kastor's Corner on all social media. We've been posting pictures all day of the Disney Plus wave, and we're going to start posting pictures of tonight's review as well. It has been a great weekend for toys, let me tell you. Between our adventure at Target yesterday, I told you a little bit about what happened and what about this figure. Don't forget to check out our podcast, the Cornercast podcast, up on Apple Podcasts right now with our friend MJ from Total Toy Recon. We've got MCU Collector coming up. We also have Toy Shiz and more in the coming weeks. So we're thrilled about that. But you're not here to hear all about the plugs and stuff. You want to talk about Cobra Island, the bane of toy collectors everywhere. This is just horrible. Like it. I am disappointed in the way it's handled, and only intensified by the COVID crisis and people's inability to purchase sports and Pokemon cards appropriately, which is just ramping up the issues that we deal with at retail. Everybody's been posting those pictures. We don't, one per pack or the stuff that customer service. And unfortunately, because of the way this line is being handled by Target, it causes the same problem. They have ordered one case typically per store of 6, and then they're gone. So if somebody were to go in today and scoop up a case of 6, they'd be gone. Now, I'm not above doing that. I did that with Cobra Vipers and passed them out to local collectors who couldn't get to the store on time. I think, there's good and bad about doing stuff like that. But so the newest Cobra Island figure, which technically wasn't announced, apparently we're getting more details from Hasbro in June about this character. He is not register locked. We'll post a picture of the UPC, because that's not going to show up on our Instagram later today after this goes up. And it's just him this time. So it's not 2, it's not 4. It's just him. He is showing up currently right now at Target's. Let me see if I can pull up the DPCI for you guys. Blah, 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 blah. Somebody went to the store today and found them. We got a good story. 087169916 is the DPCI for them. We went to a local Target and somebody hid them. And after 3 employees just blanketly told our friend that these were not in stock, he got a manager involved. And sure enough, 45 minutes it took the manager to find the case. But he found the case and sold them to local collectors, which was great. That was a great moment. But the fact that it was hidden and 3 employees told him to go away, it's a shame. We shouldn't have to go through this. We really shouldn't. But it's the situation we're in. It really is. My friend, I know people that paid like $60 to $90 for this guy already. And the figure's great. Like, it's amazing. But I couldn't rationalize paying that much. And I hope that you don't have to either, to be honest with you. Because he is not a MAFX import quality, kind of figure. He is definitely a $20, $25 retail figure. $30 if you're including shipping. So hopefully you will get the opportunity to find him in the coming weeks. There are rumors that there are additional cases with 2 of him, 2 of the Vipers, and 2 Fireflies. Hopefully they will do that again with the Cobra Troopers that want them, but we don't know that yet. So getting into the figure, box art is really cool. I think it's a really nice box art. It looks like Joe Manganiello from who played Deathstroke in the Justice League movie, and was on True Blood and married to Sofia Vergara. It really does look like Manganiello on that. Major Bludd, never really like a big piece of my GI Joe collecting. Didn't really know much about him. Knew about him in the cartoon. But as a figure, I think they have improved what was the 3.75 figure, like immensely. This figure, for the first time, I think actually has a robotic arm, which I think is a really nice touch to add to the figure. Let's see if you guys can see that. It's thinner. It's definitely, the joints are different. It does not look like the typical. In the 3.75, I went downstairs and took a look at mine. It's just this arm with like a different color, with like maybe a different part to it. So they never really captured that cybernetic side of him before. And I think that they really captured that in here. It reminds me of what Mattel did with Trapjaw. It looks really good. I think it was a really nice update for him. He comes with his 2 firing missiles that fit in his backpack. Again, you can see he can hold all of his gear. And I think that's one of the centerpieces of the classified line. For the most part, I think everybody can carry all the gear they come with, which I think is one of the greatest things that the toy designers have done. Like, honestly, I know it sounds really simple, but it is. So his backpack can hold both of the missiles, or both of the firing things. I thought they were grenades at first, to be honest with you, but they're missiles. And they actually fit into the gun that's there. So you could take the gun off, you take the missile, and it actually fits into the barrel. So he can shoot his missiles out of this blaster. In addition to that, he definitely comes with a giant 6-shooter, which reminds me of a Fortnite Nerf gun, to be honest with you. It's cool. It's nice to give him extra weaponry. His helmet does come off. I don't, the 3.751, the 25th anniversary, does not have that, showing the shaved head, the cybernetic eye. See that was focusing. I think they really did with a weathering look on him. He, like, how do I say this? Oh, and the dog tags do come off, so you can have them with or without. I have to say, like, one of the things that they've excelled at, I think Lady J and Flint look a little too weathered or a little too gaunt in the face. But for the most part, the head sculpts on these guys has been just amazing. I think every year that Hasbro continues to create figures, they continue to ramp up the ability to make these look more realistic, to do a really good job of capturing likenesses, and make these guys look just so much more. I don't know. There's value in the sculpt work, and there's value in the paint and the application to it. And I think that this case, between the helmet coming off and the helmet on, I think you can see it just creates just such a gorgeous figure. And I think it's so aesthetically pleasing. I go back and look at those retro figures that I grew up with, and I go back and look at the 25th anniversary line, and there's nothing wrong with them. Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But the realism that they're creating in these 6-inch lines between the Star Wars Black Series, the Marvel Legends line, the GI Joe Classified line, I think all those things add up to really creating this world that we get to play in when we pose these out, when we put these up on our shelves, when we do our toy photography. It just creates a lot more depth and realism into the characters. So he should be showing up. The actual street date that Target was giving us was the 18th or the 20th. Your mileage may vary depending on what store you're at. They are showing up now in cases of 6. At least half a dozen, if not a dozen, stores here in Connecticut have received them in the last 24 hours. The fun, Bill called me and he's like, "Come here now." And the great thing about the one we went to at Meriden, they were at the electronics counter and they were being handed out 1 per customer, which I think was great. It was a great way to do it. It was a nice feeling to not be panicking and chasing and wondering, since they shut off all the tracking software. So to be able to go in and get stuff has been really, really nice. And it was a pleasant experience. It was not the typical experience we have had with this line. Now, I don't know how everybody else is feeling. I know my friend who had to track down the case today was not feeling that positive about it. But I hope that Hasbro continues to work with those retailers to make the experience better, not worse. So there you go. Major Bludd, GI Joe Classified line, part of the Cobra Island exclusive line at Target. Maybe it'll be available on Pulse at some point because they have that partner exclusive section. So hopefully he will be up there too to make it even easier. But he is hitting now, and we are looking forward to whatever GI Joe announcements they have in the next couple weeks in June. Yojo June is coming. I think that's what they're calling it. So we're looking forward to seeing what Lenny and crew have planned for us. There's Major Bludd. Make sure to go check out last night's video to take a look at the Disney Plus wave from the Marvel Legends line. Tomorrow, I'm not sure. We've got stuff in the mail, and I don't know what's arriving tomorrow. So it's either more Marvel Legends or some DC multiverse, or we've got new Jurassic Park as well. So, there's a lot of stuff coming that we're excited to share with you guys. So remember to go to castorscorner.com for a full gallery on Major Bludd, as well as the 55 picture gallery of the Marvel Legends Disney Plus wave, which is up on the site right now. Go check out all of our social media. We are at Kastor's Corner, and check out the Cornercast podcast, which is at Apple Podcasts this week with our friend MJ from Total Toy Recon. And again, please hit that subscribe button. We appreciate all of you following us, and the more of you that subscribe, the more cool things we get to do, and then we get to share them with you. And we get to share these experiences, and even all the people that did not like my story yesterday and had a problem with it. That's fine. We're all in this hobby to have fun and enjoy ourselves, and we're all not always going to agree, but we still like sharing this journey and these stories with you guys. So we will see you tomorrow, and go to castorscorner.com for our full archive. We'll see you tomorrow, guys. Have a good night.